Hello folks, Jonathan Milam here, and as always, I do hope you're having a great day. I have got a vintage horn here from 1969. Used to, when I had vintage horns, the first thing I did if there was any missing lacquer, I would strip all the lacquer off a horn. I quit doing that for two reasons. Because a lot of people that buy horns want the vintage lacquer as much as there is. And secondly, it's hard to get that lacquer off. Someone did get this lacquer off. It wasn't me. Nice horn. There are definitely a few scratches around. Oh, there's one somewhere here on the bell. Oh, which you can see. Obviously, it's not real bad, or you could see it quite well. Little dent here on the under part of the bell. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. And it has a little bit of dingage on the end of the first slide and also on the second slide. That's actually an easy fix. You can get a tool off eBay, which I really should have done that years ago, and take that in there and straighten that up. Would not take much at all if you had the desire to have this horn buffed out, really put into good shape. Oh, I did mean to mention some wear right along here. A good buffing would go a long way towards making this horn look better. There is a wear spot there, which is, you can see, and that is in the bare metal, so it looks like they have gone through enough to be noticeable, at least at certain angles. And a little bit of wear here. I think a good buffing, like I say, would take care of this. The scratch that I saw on the bell, where is it? It's straight up. Oh, it's just hard to see here. I think you can see a little bit of it right there. But at any rate, nice logo. Of course, this is a later Olds recording, 69. They did have the nickel silver lead pipe. Rey-o-loy on the first ones, nickel silver on these, and some after this. You don't have that yellow brass. Red rot is really not a great concern, which is a wonderful thing. Now, I do really like this nickel silver on the cornets, which tend to be quite dark. And on the recording, this is the first recording I've had with that nickel silver, definitely gives it a pop and real nice carrying sound. Not quite as dark as the recordings that have the Rey-o-loy or bronze lead pipe naturally, but you do get a great sound with this. Gonna use a Bach 7C, which has a big throat. Really do like this mouthpiece, except the rim's larger than I like. But gonna tootle around on the Broadway musical If I Only Had a Brain. Excellent sounding horn. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to put a link down below in the comments to a video I made yesterday. I played this with the 7C, then I played it with the GR64 MX mouthpiece, and then I played it with a Monat commercial lead type mouthpiece. This horn really sounds good with all of them. Oh, I meant to mention, a previous owner also had the valve buttons instead of the straight milk white mother of pearl. They had these really beautified abalone. Is that what that is? It looks really nice. Okay, just going to play a little bit of Exodus. Isn't that a great sound? Believe me, it's the horn. Full, just rich. And I like the Olds special, cornets especially, because they had the nickel silver bell, and it's a thick nickel silver. Then they had a bronze tip, which could be Rey-o-loy, just to temper that out a little bit. And I thought you got such a complex sound. With this, you've got the nickel silver, you've got the Rey-o-loy bell bronze, of course you've got the nickel silver for the slides, a lot of them, and of course your brass for the valve block. I just think you get a very complex, rich sound, which is probably why the guys that were recording this and were having it made for recording, Ollie Mitchell, I think it was, way back in the 40s probably. What a rich sounding horn. Ewan Racy, of course, used the bell of an Olds recording, but he didn't like the balanced feel that you get with this. He had on a more normal type Olds body. But nonetheless, great horns, just fine instruments, and not the usually best priced or the most findable, if you please. Just seems like there's a ton more super specials, ambassadors floating around than there are recordings. As always, folks, do take care of yourself and someone near you.